I did it again.
It's fine. We were 3 minutes in again.
It's fine. And you know what? I wasn't even here for like the first minute because it was a black screen. So you know what?
You
it
guys
works
did
out
not miss
better.
anything. We were talking about Costco, and Jen was a blank. She was a blank screen for the first minute.
Yeah.
Just because we might have forgotten to hit live.
Again.
You know, that pretty much sums up the kind of week that we've had. We're just a little out of it. We're a little out of it.
A little bit. But you know what makes me sad is that I can't give Frank crap when he doesn't hit go live because I've now done it twice. And now it's taken away that power. Like, great.
I know.
Now I can't use it.
It's why I'm really happy that StreamYard isn't my job.
Yeah, maybe it should be. I'm not doing well with it. Anyway, long story short of my Costco trip, it was just a really heavy basket and little me was pushing it. And I'm a little sore today. I'm not going to lie. So I need to work out and I need to get up some muscle strength because it's pathetic that I'm like, right. Yeah. Okay. That's why that hurts.
I think we've covered this before. You call your grocery cart a basket.
Oh, I don't think we have covered this. This is fun. A cart or a basket, I guess.
Okay, follow-up question. What do you call a basket if you just need a basket with like 2 things?
Right, like when you just grab the thing, like
the basket.
Yeah, that's a basket. Yeah, that's also a basket.
So then, how do you differentiate the two?
I think I normally say cart, and perhaps. Do I ever say basket, or was that a slip? Because that's
like me
entirely
saying
possible.
Thong instead of flip flops when I normally say flip flops.
Right.
Yeah, like that.
You're pushing the. I mean, I guess I think I'll mostly say cart. Maybe I'll go back and forth.
I feel like we need to one day just have a show where we just sit down and talk about the differences in slang, and then everyone's gonna be like, "What a boring episode," but we'll be like, "Wow."
Like, this is so funny, guys.
This is earth-shattering.
Haven't you ever heard these words before? What do you say, soda or pop? Wow. No one's ever talked about it before.
We say hot dish, not casserole. Actually, I don't say hot dish. I say casserole because my parents are from Illinois. So
I've never said hot dish until you came along. I missed you, Steffers. Hi.
Steffers, we've been slipping into each other's DMs lately, so I talked to Steffers today.
Love it. I love it so much. Fantastic. Steffers, we missed you the other night on our sibling reunion because we were hoping to do some Universal recap with you.
She was getting vaccinated, wasn't she?
I think she was.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, it's going well. We stay bonding.
Yeah.
Steffers and I also found out that we perhaps might be overlapping for one of our trips.
Oh,
this was kind of huge news. I tentatively have a mid-September trip booked. I was going to go in late October, but then everyone's like, oh, but the park reservations are going to be sold out already. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I didn't get those, so I guess I'm switching my trip. So I tentatively booked for mid-November or September, and I was telling Steffers about it, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm going then too, so.
Love it. Okay. And you guys are also going in October, right? Because I'm going to try to go in October. So.
No, that's the one I canceled because.
No, that's the one you're going to go to as well as September.
Yeah, that's
Steffers too.
That there's definitely going to have tickets for. And Jen is now going in May.
I'm not going in May.
She's going to go with Frank. So it's going to be a good year for all of us.
That's not happening. Steffers keeps using like a wedding as an excuse of why she's not going in October, but she has nothing planned in October, so I don't see why not.
I mean, everyone makes excuses to not go on trips, right, Jen?
Correct, we do. So, but I enjoy giving others crap.
Practice what you preach, but we don't do that.
No. What? No.
Not us. Okay.
Steffers, go for the weekend. For like a quick, like Friday night to Sunday. That's how me and Frank do 24 to 36 hour trips. That's our Delos trips.
Those are exhausting.
They are.
And did you guys know that Epcot is now open from 11 to 11?
Oh, so you know what? I think I did see that, which is crazy because it's like, when's the last time Epcot was ever open that late?
Love how this is a Grey's Anatomy live stream and we're talking about Disney.
Stiffers
can take the girl out of the theme park.
It all connects. It all connects. We're magical mommies that also talk about Grey's Anatomy.
I mean, let's talk about that. Welcome to the gray area. I'm Angela Dahlgren, here with my co-host, Jen Snyder.
Hi.
We also have a podcast called the Magical Mommy Monday podcast, where we talk about all things mom life with a little bit, or in today's case, a lot of Disney sprinkled in. Last month, essentially, because it's pretty much April.
Yeah.
We covered season 1 of Grey's Anatomy, and this week is all about season 2. So we did episodes 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's just start with a quick summary about episode 1 of season 2.
Go for it.
So Christina tells Meredith that she's pregnant. And then we deal with the aftermath of Derek's wife showing up. She showed up at the end of season 1. And then you just kind of deal with how, what happens. George is kind of avoiding Alex. And then Joe the bartender is admitted for surgery. Why do we care about Joe the bartender? We just really do this episode.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Because he's everybody's friend. That's the cool after work hangout. He's the therapist, I'm sure. It's all of that.
Yes. And Jen, you usually ask these. You have in 2 out of the last 3 streams. Is this a person that just shows up and goes away? No, Joe sticks around.
I kind of got that vibe from Joe.
Yes.
I was feeling that. Yeah. All right. So, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes. Joe's great.
Yes. And he kind of was bringing out the nicer side of Alex.
Yep. Give him a little bit of humanity there. I feel like I watched this episode a lifetime ago, which is ironic because I watched it yesterday.
Right.
Yes. So what do you think of Addison Montgomery Shepherd, who is Derek's wife?
So I think early in the episode, they refer to McDreamy as McMarried, which I liked. I appreciated that.
Yeah, it was good.
With this episode with her, I don't know. There's a lot of who is she? Why is she here? And you find out all the backstory and all of that. And I mean, it is. I don't know. I don't think I know how I feel about her yet. I think she's a little bit shady. And I don't trust her. But that's also now I'm 3 episodes in and I continue to not trust her.
Yeah. So. I mean, I feel like their whole dilemma has progressed very slowly in these past 3 episodes. So you really have no idea what's going to happen with them. And I wasn't watching ahead, but I was looking ahead at the episode titles and I was like, oh, well, this isn't going to get resolved for another 3 episodes. Yeah. So just sit tight, people. Was this the episode? Yes, this was the episode with the twins and then the pregnant mom who just kept basically berating Meredith the whole time, thinking that she was a cheater. Yeah,
she was the one that slid into his DMs and stole him. And that's not how it happened.
Were you surprised by how it happened?
No. I didn't think it was a him thing. I figured it was a her thing. I didn't know. I don't know that I pinpointed exactly what it was or assumed or whatever, but I knew that it wasn't his doing of why they weren't together. I wasn't getting that vibe from them.
Okay.
Yeah. I also have here, and I think this is because at some point he ran after her or something and they were talking in the rain, and I was thinking all big TV moments for couples happen in the rain,
especially
all of
in
them.
Seattle where it just rains all the time.
Exactly. Also, there's and I don't know if I say it here, I say it in the next one, but that's fine. McDreamy's talking about bringing in his ex to here, and now it's just business. It's not personal. And then he says, it's personal to me. Totally, you've got mail line, right? It's not personal. It's business. And then
it's personal to you,
to me.
But it was personal to me.
Exactly.
But I have to have a cold when I say it, like Meg Ryan.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Oh my gosh, we need to watch that.
We should do a live watch. We should do like chick flick nights and like do live watches.
Or we should. Mm-hmm. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so George is told to be the chief's sponge because the chief had brain surgery. So he's like in a hospital bed. He doesn't know what's happening in his hospital. So he sends George. Poor George, like you see him in every scene just kind of like barking around. But then he sees Burke and Christina kissing, which he then tells Meredith about. And Meredith is like, dude,
connecting all the dots.
You're giving me crap this whole time about McDreamy. Yeah. And you're doing the same thing. And now you're pregnant with his baby. And are you going to tell him? Like, what are you going to do about it? And then Christina's like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, it's my business. And then she's like, well, then why'd you tell me at all? I mean, it's a hard situation.
Yeah. And, you know, it is funny that it's like the two big, you know, guys of the hospital are like dating the two interns of the hospital. And it's like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I get that their relationship is just so casual that she doesn't want to tell him, but at the same time it's like, y'all know it's not that casual. You have a thing for each other. Just admit it. And maybe by admitting it, you mention, oh yeah, and then there's a baby too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Baby. A little baby. I also think the entire hospital it just consists of everyone's personal life. I mean, it's not about, you know, hospital things. It's literally about everyone's personal life. So, you know, that's another going back to it's not personal. Everything in that hospital is personal. But,
it all is.
Also, a question about Joe.
Yes.
Again, coming from a family with a medical background, can you basically kill somebody for 45 minutes and bring them back to life? Is this like a thing that you can do?
I mean, I feel like this is out of my realm of expertise to answer.
Yeah.
From what I could guess, like, I mean, it seemed like a form of bypass, but the whole like cooling them with ice thing, I mean, the way they described it kind of made sense, and putting them on bypass, but the whole like draining their blood thing. I mean, what the whole series is based off of real cases.
True.
So I suppose maybe it's been done in a real case, but it's just a medical actor. I don't know.
What? But you're basically a doctor.
I know you think.
I'm just watching that like, can you do this? Is this real? Can this actually happen?
Can we try?
Yeah.
I kind of want to Google standstill operation.
See, you even know the name of it. You act like you're like, oh, I'm just a medical actor. I don't know. Let me Google standstill operation. I don't know the name of it.
It's a surgical procedure that involves cooling the patient's body and stopping blood circulation. So yeah, it's a thing. It's deep hypothermic circulatory arrest. So it's a surgical technique that induces deep medical hypothermia. So it just cools down the body a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a thing.
All right. Fair enough. I also have a question for you. If someone, I mean, obviously you are happily married to Michael. So in your past, if someone were to have said to you, you are a breath of fresh air, but said it smoother than I said it, would that make you go, oh, or would that make you go, it's not enough?
I'd be like
Meredith.
I'd be like, what does that mean?
Yeah. You would dig deeper on it.
Yeah, but I'm also just like a nosy person. And I'm like,
I mean, I don't think that would be nosy.
No.
Yeah.
Because like he just didn't, it's not really fair to Meredith. Like he was done with Addison and everything. Like, that's great. Start a new life. But you owe it to Meredith, the breath of fresh air, who just started, you know, like just reinvigorated your life and everything. Like, you owe it to her to be like, hey, this is what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So good on her for being like, not enough.
No, I want more than that.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's like too complicated. And I kind of feel like Meredith is at this point brushing him off a little too easy, which I think is like, All right. Again, I realize we're talking about a TV show, so it's fine. But, if we're talking about real people here, I feel like you're not hearing him out. You're just dismissing everything. And it's like, I'm not saying, oh, okay, well, now we go back to where we were. But I also think she's like doing too much of a brush off, perhaps.
Okay, so I can see that because I can see it. She did get the whole story, but I mean, I don't think I'd forgive him that easily. I'd be like, well, how can I trust you? Like, you kept your entire life a secret. Yeah. And I'm super big on like trust. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that I could forgive that easily or trust that easily. No, I don't think I would be trusting. So that means I should probably be brushing off. But I don't know. It's all very complicated. It is complicated. I don't know. Are you ready for season or episode 2? One last thing about this episode. Oh, of course. Don't let me stop you. The seeds of Alex and Izzy being planted. Oh, yes. That's all. That's all I have to even say. I mean, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I am just gonna keep my mouth shut. I mean, I knew it had to happen at some point. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And maybe that was the purpose of that brain surgery when she missed her party. Slowly inching this little humanity out there. Yeah, with that fake hockey player boyfriend. What are you even doing here? Yeah. Why are you here? Such a pointless part of the story. And now I'm trying to think of his name, and I can't remember anymore. It's one syllable. It's gonna pop up like an hour into the stream, and then I'm gonna shout it out. Okay, so here's your Grey's Anatomy fun fact. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, go. Michael, I'm in the middle of a stream. Please stop texting me. Okay, so Derek was supposed to have a teenage daughter. In this series. So in addition to like this, that is how it was supposed to be. So like in addition to being divorced, Derek was supposed to have a teenage daughter who convinced him to take the job at the hospital. Mm-hmm. And so this was like his chance to make up for all the mistakes he made when she was younger. And then Shonda's little reel you in was, it's going to be far more difficult than he bargained for. So that was supposed to be Derek's whole storyline. Interesting. Before his regular storyline. Interesting. I know. I think I like how they did it though. This is better. Yeah. Steffers also doesn't remember lame dude's name. I don't think it was Chuck. No. Was it Vlad? I feel like Vlad. Hank. It was Hank. Hank. Well, we were all very off. Yeah. Although Steffers had a K, so that was something. Yeah, I had to go through the alphabet. Hank, he didn't even look like a Hank. That's why he was just irrelevant from the start. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, episode 2. Okay, so episode 2 is called Enough is Enough. While the chief is still a patient, Dr. Burke continues to run the surgical floor in the midst of a car crash, bringing in a family with a less than stable home life. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Addison is still roaming the halls of Cielo Grace, prompting Derek to bring in Richard's wife. Okay. Yeah. So, it is the next episode that I like the best. This one is fine. I mean, I feel like it moves things along. But yeah, they're setting a lot up, I think. They're setting up the chief power struggle of Burke is in the role, Derek wants the role, the chief wants to come back, everybody's vying for that spot. Exactly. No, I think so too. I love the beginning in the bathroom with Meredith and Christina. I've always loved that part. I just think it's hilarious. It's just like we've all had days like that where you're just hormonal and you're just pissed off. Yeah. You're just venting. Yeah. I feel like that's I get it all out. I know. Just love it. Steffers says that Burke is not her favorite. Why, Steffers? Tell us more without giving spoilers. Yes. I want to know. I have Alex's inappropriate minutes into the episode. I think that was probably to a patient as well. I don't even remember what specifically. I just like to keep tally of Alex being inappropriate. I know. Now I'm like, which time? Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. And this was when one of the patients had swallowed a bunch of dolls' heads. Oh, yeah.
That was unnecessary.
The Judy dolls.
Oh, and so again, the theme, poor George. So, and which continues into the next episode as well. So George, knowing that the patient was probably alive that was supposed to donate most of their organs.
Yep.
But there was movement and there was brain activity and all that. And here comes the misogynic. Seriously, I'm not going to talk. I don't even know why we're recording today. The misogynistic. The misogynistic one episode doctor comes in to tell George, you're wrong. We need all of her organs, so you're wrong.
Wait, was that next episode?
No, that's this one.
That was this episode?
Yeah. Because then McDreamy comes in and saves the day, as usual.
Maybe I do like this episode.
Because he believes George.
Oh, that was this episode. It's when the patient's decerebrate, and then I like that part when it's like a battle of the balls between like Burke and Derek. Yeah, yeah, I like that part. That was the part.
Yeah, and but George always getting the dismissal. You know what?
I know. And he has a lot of good calls too.
Yes. And I think McDreamy knows that from season 1 and now kind of trusts what he's saying and goes, all right, let me follow up on this. So that's good.
And you know what? That gave me a +1 for Derek because instead of brushing him off, George was kind of rambling and he's like, what'd you find? And he listened to George and then immediately went to see the patient.
Yep.
So you really listened to the intern. Yeah. And when you kind of saw it you saw it last season the other way with Meredith and Burke with the baby with a heart murmur.
Yep.
And at first he's like, what am I going to do? It's not like I'm the chief. And then the chief was like, well, you kind of suck. Like you're not going to be the chief. And then that's when you listen to Meredith, where Derek kind of naturally has that chiefly energy.
It's true. Oh yeah. He would be better.
I think so. He's a listener.
Yeah, Burke is too, what's the word I want? He's not the misogyny, but he's too like hot-headed. I want to say, he's just
a little militant.
Yeah.
He's a little God complex.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't listen to like the plebeian interns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even their little voice matters.
So Steffers is saying, basically like a man version of Christina, but he rubs her the wrong way. I get it, Steffers.
I get it.
I get that.
Yeah, you got that the car accident / domestic abuse case. Yeah. And that was a tough one, but that was another example where you see Alex, you see a little character development, you see his background. Did he handle it the wrong way with Izzy? Like he just kept yelling at her and barking at her. Yeah. But I'm not making excuses for him, but it does kind of bring meaning to the hurt people hurt thing. And he has a lot of healing to do.
He has some trauma to work through.
Exactly. And you really see that.
I like how throughout the episode, anytime Burke and McDreamy were kind of then you see Christina and Meredith just like watching the show happen with their two men going back and forth. They're like always lurking somewhere and just watching them go at it.
Funny.
Yeah. I have 2 more things. One, Christina says love has limits. Angela, does love have limits?
I mean, maybe if like your significant other murders someone or like wants you to help them murder someone. Yeah. I'd say that's definitely a hard limit for me.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
I mean, as far as what Christina's referring to with her and Burke, maybe not. Yeah. The domestic violence, the car accident and everything, hard limit.
Yeah, agreed.
So I think it's all relative.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah, I feel like I had something to say. Oh, and then George, again, just kind of wraps things up with Olivia. Little side story no one really cares about. And you're almost like, why are you bothering? Why are
you bringing this back? I thought we were done.
Yeah, I mean, she gave you Sif. I thought that was the breakup.
Right.
But no, they had to draw that out a little longer.
Yeah, there's like the official breakup.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really feel like that was unsettled.
Yeah,
were people wondering about that? Yeah.
But he's sweet about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's George.
It's George.
And McDreamy at the end tells George to look out for Meredith, which is kind of cute. It's kind of like a cute thing. Like, he knows George probably has a thing for her. And he knows they're close and, you know, all that.
Is this... Did Burke break up with... No, he broke up with Christina the last episode. Okay.
Yeah. So they're already broken up.
Yeah, okay.
So anytime the boys are going at it, they're the exes that they're watching. Mm-hmm.
That's all right. I'm all caught up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We should have brought Stuffers in. I think she's the only one here.
I know.
Thanks for watching, Stuffers, and hanging.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I really do.
And hi to everyone on the delay watching. We appreciate you as well.
Leave a comment, except for that one guy who keeps leaving spam.
Yeah.
You can stop that.
Yeah, he does that on ours
TV.
too. We don't need those. We don't need those. No, thank you.
Stop. No, thanks. I don't need that.
No.
Your grace fact for this episode.
Yeah.
In addition to Derek Shepherd having a teenage daughter, Burke was supposed to already be married.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to have a wife and kids who made him feel trapped. And his plot line revolved around him wanting to leave his wife.
All right. All right. Fair enough. I kind of like that they didn't do that.
Me too.
It's like that story's been told. Not that any of these other ones haven't, but you know.
But it's been done in other series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this final episode, which would be episode 3, is Make Me Lose Control. And like I mentioned, I liked this one. I felt like a lot of things happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have almost been like a mid-season break. So much happened.
Yeah. Yes. I agree.
I like
it. And it's funny, like anytime I'm, binging shows now or rewatching shows I've watched, I'm always thinking about that. Like, seems like a good wrap up. And then like either the next episode or the next season will start and I'll be like, was this like it ended in May, it didn't come back until January, or it just feels that way sometimes. But yeah, this felt like so much happening.
This was good. And it was only the 3rd episode. So like they came in pretty much with a bang. Yeah, they were building episode 1 and 2, which is like a slow build. Like, here we go, planting some seeds here and there. Yeah, a lot happened here. You want to do the sum up? Yeah. So what do we got? Secrets are let loose as Meredith's mother is admitted to Seattle Grace and Christina's pregnancy becomes public when she collapses in the OR, people. Christina Yang. Oh my gosh.
Which, by the way, can I just side note? When you're sitting there sweating, and I know you're Christina and you're very like, I got this, I don't care, and don't.
Right.
But like, maybe just say, I feel like I'm about to pounce out. I think
she's hardcore.
I know.
She's a shark. But like, then there's Burke. I mean, granted, he didn't know that she was in tremendous pain.
Right.
But like, she kind of stuttered on an answer. And he's like, come on, like, I expect you to know this. And she's like, sorry, like, I have an ectopic pregnancy and I'm bleeding on the inside. It's not my fault.
So, not bad.
I'll try not to do that next time, get the answer right.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of things happened. Did you expect something like that to happen with Christina, or did you think she'd just kind of have the abortion or keep the baby, or what? What do you think would happen?
I wasn't sure. I think I figured she would go down the abortion route, only because I think from anything I have heard over the years, I don't recall her having had a child, at this point or anything like that. So I think I was like, well, I don't think a baby comes out of this situation, but I didn't see it going down this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You were surprised. This is like the first surprise for you.
I don't know if it's a first surprise, but
It's the first big one.
But yeah, that was like scary for everyone because, it's everyone's friends. And I liked how Meredith was trying to get into the OR and Bailey was like, no, not doing it. You are not doing it. I will take you down.
You are going to have to fight me.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the first moments that we really see Bailey's kind of maternal side.
Yeah.
Where she's like, she's not just, the hard ass, I guess.
Yeah.
She's she cares for her interns and she wants what's best for them. And instead of getting in on Christina's surgery, she's kind of just like petting her hair and her head and make sure that she feels safe, even though she's, out. Hi, Cindy.
Hi,
Cindy, aka Disney Queen. Hey, ladies, I just dropped in to say hi. I haven't seen Grace in years. I would be so lost. Oh, Cindy, you got to join us. Oh, you got to
catch up.
So
I have
fun.
never watched Cindy, so this is my first go around. It's Angela's 100th, so we're meeting in the middle.
Oh my gosh.
And we're only on season 2, so you could totally binge it.
Catch up. You could totally catch up.
Yes. Look who's here.
Frankie in the chat.
Frankie. In case you missed the beginning, I didn't hit go live again. Whatever.
No, you could have not told on yourself and he would have never
He
known.
probably would have seen it in the beginning on Facebook or something. So I just have to out myself. I have to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's probably for the best. So Meredith did not have a good day. Her mom comes into the hospital. The secret's out that she has Alzheimer's, which her mom did not want people to know, but now everyone knows. Christina, who's her person, we don't know how she's doing, and Meredith doesn't know. 50% efficiency. Yeah, you're kind of 2 for 4, aren't you, Jen? It's okay.
Angela's taking over.
I mean, next week you'll get it right. Then you'll have a higher average. She has boy troubles with Derek, and then Derek, who's been telling Meredith this whole time, like, once Addison's out of the picture, we're fine.
Yep.
Kisses her in the peds unit. No, you're crap to me.
And gets kissed by both of them that day.
Oh,
both of them.
You're right. Nope, he's crap. I don't like it.
I didn't like that. And I want to know what specifically Meredith said after that. So she's exhausted from hating him and she doesn't want to do it anymore. So she doesn't want to hate him. Does that mean she just wants to be civil and just stop hating him? Does that mean we're going to move on? So she officially says, pick me, choose me, love me. I don't know what could happen, but
how do we know? Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of to the point where, are we supposed to feel sorry for you, Derek?
Right.
You're supposed to choose between 2 doctors?
Right.
Oh, your life is so hard. Oh,
poor you.
I'm sorry.
I felt like at the beginning of this episode, so Christina and Meredith went out for a run, and then they were somewhere else talking. And I felt like, I don't know if it was in the hospital or not, but any scenes with them that were the first 2 or 3 scenes, I was like, I feel like you guys are dubbing over your voice. This is just a side tangent.
I thought so too.
And I'm like, why? I guess I get if you're actually outside doing that run and maybe there was just background, sure. But then the next scene, I felt like they were doing it again. I'm like, this sounds weird. Why
it's
are you?
So funny you said that. There was a scene when they were in the hospital. And their voices sounded lighter.
Yeah, there's something. And I'm like, this is weird.
It's like they took out the background noise like the editor did.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm like, this is not good editing. I know exactly what you're talking about. I thought the same thing.
It's something so random, but I was like, are they just dubbing over this whole episode? What's happening? But I think they
totally agree.
So also the poor George of this episode is that Ellis is calling him Thatch. And was it the chief that says oh yeah, you do kind of look like him? And it's he's like, I look like Meredith's dad. Fantastic. That's just great for me.
Love that for me.
Yeah. But also you see the chief avoiding Ellis a lot. But then he wants to do the biopsy, when she's knocked out. And then he's not really visiting her. And then she thinks Burke is him at one point. I was like, oh, you beautiful man. And then he's, what is his name? I'm blanking on the chief's name. Is lurking outside her room at the end. And I'm like, oh man.
What do you think?
Something was going on between them.
Wonder if you'll find out anytime soon.
I mean, I'm going to assume you know the answer to that, and since you've seen it 100 times.
It's true.
How soon will I learn that answer? Next episode, or
literally
what
I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, oh, when would she get more information pertaining to that? I don't feel like it's too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That is very observant of you.
Please, come on. Hello, soap opera backgrounds. I don't miss these things.
No, that was incredibly observant.
Mean, yeah.
You get an A+ for that evaluation.
Thank you so much. Also, just a fun side note about a patient, the blushing girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who she is?
No, but her performance was so well done.
Mm-hmm, it was. She is what the French call les incompetents.
No, she's not.
Yeah. She's that girl from Home Alone. Yes.
No, is she really?
Yes, because as I'm looking at her, I'm like, I know you. Oh, I think you're from Home Alone. Oh, I think you're that girl from Home Alone. And then I fact check myself.
How could you even look at her and be like, yeah, you? I mean, I noticed her face looked familiar, but I thought she just looked like my neighborhood friend.
Wow, well, maybe that's why I don't have a neighborhood friend that looks like her. So maybe that's why. Yeah.
You have that outside perspective. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was pretty excited about that.
That should be the Grey's random fact.
Right? Because we both love Home Alone so much. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That was such a good one.
Anyway, so a lot happened in that episode. A lot happened to Meredith specifically in that episode. So, and I think that's good because I think there's a lot more episodes this season than there were the first season because there were only like 9 the first season.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot more to come, which will be exciting.
What did you think about Alex and Meredith's little exchange?
I mean, it's fine. Whatever. I mean, he's going to end up dating Izzy. Like, it's whatever. I had suspected in season 1 that maybe there'd be something between him and Meredith, which maybe there will be. I don't know. But I'm sure they will go down this whole Izzy and Alex path a little more, and there'll be plenty of ups and downs with it.
How are you feeling about him as a person after that kind of conversation?
I mean, I understand he has a lot of trauma that needs to be worked out. However, I do think he should have been fired day 1. So there's that,
Okay. It will be interesting because, like, out of all of the characters in all of the seasons, he has the most character development, like the most drastic change.
All right, that's fair.
So I'm just going to be so curious to see where he ranks along the seasons for you.
I mean, I'm not shutting him out.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that there is a lot of change in him because I hope he can be and do better.
Right. Okay. So we're going to put a pin in that. We're going to put a pin in Ellis and Richard Glover, the chief. How awkward was Ellis and George cuddling and her?
That was really weird. That was so weird. Like,
now would he get in trouble for this, or how would this go in a real life setting?
I know.
Weird.
I know.
It was just
a little awkward.
It was.
But that's fine.
But yeah, so far I'd say that this would probably be so far.
Yeah.
First season, the party episode was my favorite. So far this season, this episode.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So much happened. So, and there's so much happening while seeds are being planted because there are things that will be growing from all the things that happened in this episode. So, yes. I would agree with that.
I think that's a wrap up. I mean, I'm just going to count your Home Alone fact as our last Grace fact. So I'll hang on to my other ones for next week.
Sure.
Speaking of next week, we have covered episodes 1, 2, and 3 this week. To stay on target, we're going to have to go back to 4 a week, you guys. I know.
We can do it.
It's a big ask.
We can do it, everybody.
That will be episodes 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Of season 2. Cindy, if you're still watching, season 2. So you just get yourself through season 1, season 2 to episode 7, and we're on point. You're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm gonna see just really quick where we're gonna be. Okay. So one will make you cry next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think I've only had 1 or 2 got me a little verklempt in season 1. So,
no.
I mean, Christina was a little emotional, but I didn't really I didn't get verklempt at it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
You know how I tell you that like there are still episodes that even though I've seen them a million times, I still cry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is one of them.
Oh, okay.
Every time.
I'm excited. Always excited to cry.
Love it. Love being emotional. Okay. Also, if you guys haven't had enough of the gray area, this week for the Magical Mommy Monday podcast, we posted the entire first season on our podcast.
Yeah.
We edited it down, you guys. Don't worry. It's not like 3 hours. It's over an hour. So if you don't want to go through the whole last 3 weeks of live streams, you can just go over and check that out. Okay.
But while you're here on Angela's YouTube page, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, because she has a lot of content coming. So you got to make sure not to miss out on that. Hi, Mama Terry.
Mom, you're supposed to be recovering from your shot.
Oh, well, maybe she's feeling great with a lot of exclamation points.
My mom, I'm so happy she got her second vaccine today. My mom is fully vaccinated. Oh my gosh. To know that she is safe is it's like the one thing I worried about the entire quarantine is my mom being okay. So Mom, I'm so happy that you're fully vaccinated.
Yay.
Try not to get weird. Okay, so let's put our plugs in. Do we have our banner?
Sure. I love you. Yeah. Oh, I think that might have been to you.
No, it's to you too. Love you, Mom. Oh, yay, Cindy. She's going tomorrow. Oh, congratulations.
We're going to live vicariously.
And then, Cindy, you get to see your mom, or maybe you already had, but I remember seeing that on Twitter. So that's going to be so awesome. I'm so excited for everyone getting their vaccines.
I know.
So great.
Exciting. I'm going on Saturday. Yay.
Yay. And then Jen's going to go to Disney World in May with Frank.
Thank you, Mama Terry. I love you too.
We got to have her back.
We do. I think you need to sit on one of these, Mama Terry.
She does. She would watch Grays with us.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I gotta turn my space heater off. Okay.
All right, so plug. So we have the Magical Mommy Monday podcast every Monday on your favorite podcasting platform. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Magical Mommy Monday, on TikTok at Magic Mom Monday. No, on TikTok at Magical Mommy Monday, on Twitter at Magic Mom Monday. Angela on Twitter is at Angela Dahlgren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had to think about it. Yes, correct.
Okay. And on the IGs, Angela_Dahlgren. And I am at Janillo, 2 L's, on Twitter. So I think that's all our plugs. And we're here every Wednesday night now talking about Grey's Anatomy.
We have a banner, but Jen always forgets to put it up.
Oh, yeah. I do. Because I'm horrible at this. I'm so bad. This is why you're taking over next week. I'm so excited.
No, don't put me in just. Oh, look at that.
There's
there
us. All of our handles from Twitter. Write them down. And here's us on the Insta.
Do not forget to follow the Dillo's Diz, Theme Park Thursdays with the Dillo's Diz. That is Jen's podcast with her brother, Frank.
And once a month, we do a Dillo sibling reunion, which we just did on Monday over on youtube.com/Dillo's Diz.
Also, go ahead and follow Cindy, aka Disney Queen, on YouTube. Sure. Also, her Instagram, she is a super crafty person. She was making these wreaths around the holidays that were gorgeous.
Yes.
So make sure you follow Cindy on her YouTube channel and her Instagram.
Yes, for sure.
She's on Twitter too.
She's everywhere.
And just say hi to my mom because she's adorable.
Yeah, exactly. And Steppers, you need to be following Adventures with Steppers on Instagram as
check
well.
out her blog. Love her blog.
Love it. Well, thanks everyone for watching. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.